Hey there, everybody. Matt Carter here.
And Jessica Carter from CARTERMATT.com.
This is NCIS Season 17, Episode 4 Spoilers and Expectations for Someone Else's Shoes, which is the title for the upcoming episode.
Yep.
And in case you're wondering, I don't think I would be able to put on very many other people's shoes because my feet are really big.
Yeah, what are you, like a size 15 or something? It's
14, 15, it depends on the brand.
Yeah, it's a large shoe.
We like to tell people interesting information about our lives randomly at the start of NCIS previews, but
Well, you're a tall guy. You have to have a big base to hold you up.
otherwise, splat.
Right.
All right, we're going to preview episode 4 of the new season and talk about what's probably going to be one of their more emotional storylines, and then also some silliness involving what happens when you make Leon Vance angry. He does not become the Hulk. He just makes you do very menial office work. But
Don't lie to Vance.
yes, there is the lesson of this episode. At least that's what I think it's going to be. Anyway, if you like this video, be sure to give us a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. The best way to make sure you don't miss any other updates that we've got coming your way. But let's just start things off with what I like to call this upcoming week in Ziva, because Cote de Pablo, as far as I can tell, is not making an appearance on episode 4.
But not forgotten, the Ziva effect is still going strong. We saw it tonight. Looks like we're going to be seeing it next week too.
I feel like what they're trying to do is sort of like they know that people are getting really, really amped up about getting Ziva back on the show. But, she's not a series regular, at least right now. You never know what the future holds.
There is a desk open. I'm just saying we lost Reeves, and I'm really still salty about that. But at the same time, that means that there's an opening on the team. I'm throwing it out there into the universe just in case somebody named Steven or somebody named Frank is watching this video. There's an opening.
This has to be the third straight week in which we have mentioned something about Steve and Frank in these videos. Usually it's in the reactions for them and not the previews, but hey, we're mixing things up here on the YouTube channel. But
NCIS gods, please, there's a desk open.
There is, if she's open, maybe, she could be bi-coastal, hang out, well, bi-coastal's all in the U.S., but, she can be from America to wherever Tony is now, and just find a way to make it work. But, okay, before I go too far down that rabbit hole, let's actually specify what it is that Ziva could be up to.
Because that's not happening next week.
No, that is not happening next week. Someone else's shoes is not like the magic Ziva shoes that cause her to pop up back on the screen.
No.
All right, here is the synopsis via CBS. The NCIS team links a bizarre crime scene at Arlington National Cemetery to a string of attacks on homeless veterans. Also, Vance orders McGee, Bishop, and Torres to complete hours of evidence garage cleanup duty. Okay. Let's talk about...
Because they were withholding information, which is the same as lying. Don't lie to Vance.
Yes. This is precisely why they are being forced in order to do this. But can we say this? There's probably 4 words that are... If there were 4 words that are completely not pleasurable to hear, it is evidence garage cleanup duty.
Yeah, it sounds pretty bad.
Does that sound fun to you? I think this is going to actually be probably really, really entertaining in a way, though, just because it's sort of a chance for everyone to dig back into old cases. And, maybe you have some memories of, oh, this is that really weird case where there was a dead body hanging, that episode where there's, body parts in the hot tub. Maybe there's,
nobody needs to remember that. That was starting to turn into, Criminal Minds and getting really gross.
I always wanted the NCIS.
I say that as a former funeral director who has seen... I have seen some stuff. I'll just put that out there. I've seen some stuff, and that I have not seen, and is something that yeah.
You're good.
I'm good.
Okay. See, I don't think we're going to go super gross with this. I think it's more so what you just pointed out, that don't lie to Vance, because we haven't really gotten a payoff on that just yet.
No. Today, Nick tried to say that talking to SLOANE and having to talk about your feelings was the punishment. We all know that that was not the punishment.
No. The real punishment, that's a coming. The storm is going to brew. Vance wasn't really involved in the episode tonight. I don't even know if we saw Vance in the episode tonight now that I'm actually thinking about it.
No, we just know that he was telling SLOANE to get out there and make sure everyone was all right.
Yeah, and she did that. She did her job, and it had interesting consequences that we talked about in the reaction.
Yeah,
but,
which we'll link below for you.
Yeah, of course. And now, though, there's a chance for everyone to actually sort of get some sort of harsh punishment on the other side of this. But the question I want to pose here is simply this. Do you think Vance is actually, like, really upset at them? Because in the end, they got what they needed to get. They saved the day.
Yes, I think he is mad. And I think he should be mad because if they had told him what was going on, yeah, there's a chance he might have changed it a little bit. But there's also a chance that he would have said, okay, go forward. I understand what's going on. He's a smart guy, and he's not going to want to have bad consequences, and he trusts his agents. And they lied to him, so he trusts them to do the right thing, and if they have an idea on how to go about it, just tell Vance. Just tell him, and maybe it'll land in your favor.
I have a theory.
Let's hear your theory.
Okay, so I think Vance on one level is mad. I think Vance is upset about not being clued in. Nobody wants to be the last to know everything, especially when you are the boss. I think you feel like that undermines your authority and all of that sort of
and
stuff.
And it breaks trust in your team.
But with that being said, I'm wondering if there's going to be a part of Vance that is sort of like, if I was in your shoes back in the day, maybe I would have done the same exact thing. Like, can Vance really disassociate himself from these agents in their own actions when it all was in their minds a means to an end? Like, does Vance have the ability to put himself in their position where the boss may not have allowed them to do things in their own desired way?
Yeah, it's possible that back in the day his boss was a jerk face and wouldn't trust him and wouldn't go that way, and maybe Vance would have made a different decision this time as well. But maybe Vance was the type of guy who said, if I ever get a chance to be the boss, I am going to do things a little bit differently. And I'm going to trust my agents when they come to me with something pretty serious, and we're going to work through it. He warned them twice.
Yeah, he did.
Don't lie to me about this. And here we are. So, garage evidence cleanup duty, well deserved, guys. Hope it was worth it.
To me, there are two different functions to this sort of subplot. I think number one is they want to keep Ziva in the story however long that they can, at least until her arc is done. There are at least 2 more episodes that are coming. I haven't heard that she's back on set yet.
No, I've seen in the rumor mill, but I don't know if it's true. I can't verify it that she's going to be back on set in a couple weeks. So I don't know if that's true. So don't quote me on it. I'm just throwing out what I've heard. So who knows? Who really knows?
Well, and that makes sense. I mean, when Cote was promoting everything, she said she hadn't been on set yet again to film her 3rd episode. So that's got to be coming pretty soon if they're going to air the 3rd episode this year, which my understanding is that is going to be the plan for that. But, the other part of this, I think, is just they want to have something that is sort of lighthearted and silly amidst what is also going to be probably a pretty serious storyline, because it feels like maybe about 2 or 3 times a season with NCIS, you have a story where they sort of look at a serious problem, something that's affecting people in the real world. And I mean, I think homelessness is going to be a part of it, but it's also, veteran homelessness and some of the issues that are going on there. I mean, and I appreciate it in a way because, NCIS, it is comfort food television. We had a debate that lasted a good 9 minutes earlier about whether or not Slibs is actually happening and GIBBS and SLOANE have hooked up. That shows you a certain degree of that, but this is a chance to actually shine a light on something serious. I'm sure NCIS will do it a good bit of justice.
Yeah, and it's been fun having this more serialized version of the show so far this season, but like you said, TV comfort food. It's nice to have a show like NCIS where you can just jump in, enjoy an episode, and then jump back out. And if you don't see it next week, that's okay. If you see it a couple weeks later, that's also okay, because you can then again jump in, enjoy your episode, and then go out.
Yeah, and I think we're moving now into kind of the more standard NCIS time where you get the case of the week.
Yep.
And then you get like maybe a little bit of something
Yeah.
that's going to carry over to the future. But don't worry, we'll be back to talk about someone else's shoes. I will use the joke again. We will not be wearing someone else's shoes while we discuss it. I may not be wearing shoes. Spoiler alert for anyone who cares. But anyway, I want to know,
He's not.
yeah, from you guys, what do you want to see on this episode? And do you like the idea of Ziva kind of being interspersed throughout leading up to Cote's next appearance? Let us know in the comments. And also give us a like, subscribe. And if you want to support us more, check out the link in the description to the CARTERMATT store. And we'll see you here next time